Ryan Bobatis is going to be doing the kickoffs here instead of Matty Lucatoni as the Bulldogs line up. And here they come. Kick is off, fairly deep, over the head of...
Very good kick, very good kick.
Number 21 for Merrimack, Eric Johnston. He was back to receive, and he was a little surprised by the kick. It sails into the end zone on a bounce, and it'll be a touchback. The Crusaders will start from their own 20-yard line.
That was Stephen.
As they're getting ready to line up. At quarterback for the Crusaders, number 5, Chris Coburn. He's under center with 2 backs. The handoff up the middle, good for about a yard or 2. We're going to get the number of the ball carry there. That was number 7, Giovanni Hartford. He gained 2 yards there. It'll be 2nd down and 8.
Yeah, Bedford line held strong there. They kind of shut him down right there at the line.
And they come back under center here for 2nd down and 8 from the 22-yard line. Again, two runners back. There's a motion. Coburn
out for a
rolls out.
Completed pass. Almost a 1st down.
And he hits completion to Colin LaFleur. And like Phil said, it was just shy up to about the 28-yard line, so it'll be 3rd and 2. So far, a good series for Memorial, using a little trickery on that play with Coburn doing the rollout to his right and hitting LaFleur with a pass to the flat.
I got it.
So now, 3rd down and 2 for the Crusaders.
Big 3 and 2 right here. Big 3 and 2.
Same setup here. In motion goes Anderson. And a handoff up the middle, and
taken down by
a 1st down right there for Memorial.
Toscano in on the tackle.
Number 7 with the carry, Hartford. He gets the 1st down, and just like that, Memorial moves the sticks. A pretty good start for the Crusaders so far. At the 32-yard line, 10:35 remaining in the first quarter, first series of the game.
We're at the 31-yard line.
Now Coburn under center. He makes a pitch, and wrapped up in the backfield is Eric Johnston. He couldn't find any place to move. He was covered up by the Bedford defense.
Andrew Twite
lost 4 yards there.
That was Andrew Twite and Toscano again in on the tackle. That Twite's quite an end.
Well, they certainly sniffed out the play right there. So now it's 2nd. They're going to call it 15. 2nd and 15 for the Crusaders. And they come out, and it looks like they're going to be in the same formation. 3 backs. Anderson in motion. LaFleur rolls out. Coburn, he throws the ball. It looks like he just threw it away there.
A lot of pressure.
Nobody open, so he decides to just live for another day, and they just toss the ball out. So now it'll be 3rd and 14. They switched it back to 14 yards for the 1st down from the Memorial 28-yard line.
A lot of pressure from Torrey Hilton. Did you see that lineman, Torrey?
Yeah, they collapsed the pocket pretty quickly. Although it looked like it was the same play that they ran on 2nd down.
Yep,
the rollout by Coburn. And they've had the exact same formation with 3 backs, but right now they're going to switch it up with Chris Coburn, the quarterback, in the shotgun with 1 back and 3 receivers to his left. He drops back, makes the throw over the head of Giovanni Hartford, incomplete. And that is going to bring the punting team out, I believe. 4th and 14 for the Crusaders.
Yeah, and that Bedford line again, a lot of pressure on the quarterback.
Christian Murphy back for the Crusaders to punt it away. And Lucian Mimpini will be at the Bedford 40-yard line to recover the punt, to receive the punt. So there's a snap. Punt is away. Looks a little short. Mupini has to come up. Actually, he's just going to let it bounce. Then he picks it up on the bounce, gets away from one tackler, then he's smothered at the 42-yard line. So the Bulldogs will pick things up on their first series from their own 42-yard line.
That's a risky move right there, picking the ball up.
That really is. It's something that a lot of coaches kind of hold their breath, but Mumpini, I guess he felt pretty confident that he could pick up the ball on the bounce, and luckily he did without any trouble there. So with 9:18 left to play in the first, still no score. This is the first possession for the Bulldogs, and they're going to be starting from their own 43-yard line. 1st and 10.
Looks like we get Toscano in the backfield.
Single back set, 4 receivers out. Morgan in the shotgun. Off the snap, there's a roll out to Laguan, gets by 1, makes another tackle miss, gets it up to midfield, and he's brought down at the 49-yard line. Gain of 7 yards there for Laguan.
Yeah, very good catch. That guy's a beast. He ran a few people over and on the tackle.
He's got the size. He definitely can dictate the play there when he imposes his will. So now it's 2nd down and 3, right at midfield. Same formation, 4 receivers.
50-yard line.
With Toscano in the back, they stand up and get possibly a change of call here. Taking their time. They got plenty of time on the play clock. In the shotgun, there's motion right there by Mumpini and a handoff. He tries to do the end around.
Here we go.
Gets by 1 guy and finally is forced out of bounds at the 44-yard line. That's good for a 1st down for Bedford.
Yeah, Lucian, he's quick. He's quick.
It looked for a moment like he didn't have any room to operate, but then he found a seam, was able to cut his way through.
Yep.
So at the 43, it's 1st down, 8:23 to go in the first quarter with the Bulldogs moving. Same formation, 4 receivers, 2 on each side. Toscano in the backfield and Morgan in the shotgun. There's the snap and a handoff to Toscano. He works his way up the middle, finds the seam, and just bulls his way down to the 36-yard line. Gain of about 7 yards right there.
Now that's another back that just runs over like 2 or 3 guys before he gets brought down. He's like a freight train out there.
He sure is powerful, and he's been averaging just under 100 yards this season. He's got 299 on the ground with 4 touchdowns, I believe. I'll have to refer to my notes here. Yes, 4 rushing touchdowns. He's got 1 receiving. On the snap, Morgan drops back the pass, finds Mumpini all the way down the field, right around the 15-yard line. He steps out of bounds. That's a big gainer there for the Bulldogs. And they're in the red zone now. 1st and 10 from the 15.
Thomas Morgan looked very comfortable. He's starting to get settled in at quarterback. At the beginning of the year, he's a little Russian, but then he's just settling in nicely now. A lot of passes are right on the money.
And they go into the formation. They're going to put 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. So 4 receivers total, but heavy to the right side. Toscano in the backfield, Morgan in the shotgun from the 15-yard line. There's the snap. Toscano takes it up the middle, follows his blockers, still moving, finally brought down at about the 8-yard line. So another 7-yard pickup right there for Toscano.
Yeah, again, he runs with a lot of heart. He doesn't want to go down.
They're going to call that the 9-yard line, so it'll be, I guess, about 3rd and 3. Yeah, we'll call it 2nd and 3 for the Bulldogs here. Split receivers, 2 on each side. Toscano in the backfield. Morgan, there's a handoff and a motion play by Laguan. He gets his way through the hole and in-touch into the end zone. So points on the first drive for the Bulldogs. Laguan carries it in from 9 yards out. And with 7:08 to play, it's 6-0 Bulldogs.
That was a great drive right there. A lot of blocking. You got to thank the lineman on that. That was a big hole that Harry went through.
And now here's Maddie Lucantoni getting ready for the extra point. She's been fairly consistent. I think she's only missed 1 so far. So she's having a great year kicking.
Maybe 2. But she's been spot on. Very key with the team this year.
There's a snap and the kick. Plenty of leg, and it's through. Perfect. 7-0. Bulldogs up with 7:08 to play. That was a very methodical drive there by the Bulldogs. Started out with some ground plays, and then the big pass to Mumpini that put them into scoring position, and then Lagulon with the 9-yard run for the touchdown. So the Bulldogs are up early here on Memorial. And this is a team, you know, the Memorial team, they've had some hard luck this year trying to win games. I guess if the Bulldogs happen to put a few more touchdowns on the board, we might see Coach Stank go to his bench early in this game to take the opportunity to give some of his other players a chance to get some playing time.
Absolutely. So we've got number 19 kicking, Ryan Babotas. He's a junior, 5'11", 201 pounds.
He had a good kick to start the game.
Yeah.
Got a touchback. Let's see if he can do that again.
Here's
another low-line driner, and it goes over the head.
In the end zone.
And into the end zone. Very good.
Very good kick.
So Memorial, once again, for the second time, will be starting from their own 20-yard line on the touchback.
I don't know where he came from. I haven't seen him kick all year, but I'll tell you, into the end zone's great, especially a junior.
Well, Coach Stank was talking to me a little earlier, and he was saying how they were really doing the short kicks mostly because they didn't have someone who they felt could power the ball into the end zone, but I think they found somebody in Babotas. So.
Right. Yeah, we'll definitely have to keep an eye on him.
So Coburn is behind center. Motion by Anderson. He rolls out, and he gets hit as he throws, and the ball is intercepted. Coming the other way,
Solomon
Sanchez, the former Memorial player.
Now
he brings the ball back. Nice return there. He picked it off right around the 40, brought it back 15 yards over to the Memorial 25-yard line. So
now he's a sophomore from Memorial last year.
Right. He transferred over, and now he's a Bulldog. So a big play against his old team there. And it gives the Bulldogs the ball back on the 25-yard line with a 7-0 lead, 6:56 to go here in the first quarter.
I'm sure he's happy with that.
Well, Coburn got hit as he was throwing the ball. I'm not sure if that played into it because he did throw it into kind of a busy area of the field. So it might not have been a well-advised throw, but getting hit probably didn't help either. There's the snap and the handoff to, nope, it was a fake to Toscano. And the throw to Mumpini in the flat, and that goes over his head. He couldn't make the catch, and it's incomplete pass. Second down and 10 from the 25.
I'll tell you, that was a good fake. I mean, a few guys, half the team was going for Toscano.
So wasn't the camera guy.
That was a really good fake.
So second down and 10. The Bulldogs put 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Toscano in the backfield, Morgan in the shotgun. There's the snap, fakes the throw. Morgan has to run. There's a flag down. He's getting away from pressure. And a throw. No, he still has the ball. He just runs for about a gain of 3 yards right there, but we'll have to see what the flag is. Was that a hold perhaps on Bedford?
I'm thinking maybe a hold.
Because it seems like that play blew up pretty quickly.
Right.
The number 53 for Chris Patnaud for the Memorial, I'm sorry, 57, I should say. That's Robert Collins. He was putting the pressure on the Bulldogs here. So, it's a false start. Yeah. It's a illegal procedure false start on the Bulldogs. That's going to eliminate that 3-yard gain by Morgan. And instead of first and 10 or second and 10, it's going to be second and 15 from the 35-yard line? No, I'm sorry, from the 30-yard line. Right, they were at the 25 before that. So 6:36 to go here, 7-0. Bulldogs in the lead, and they're trying to add to that lead thanks to a Solomon Sanchez interception just a moment ago. But I'm sure Coach Stank is not real happy with these miscues that
no, Memorial, they put
plays.
A lot of pressure. Memorial just put a lot of pressure on Thomas.
Yeah, a lot of credit there on the pass rush there. That definitely made it much harder on Morgan there. So on second down, they've got the 3 receivers to the right. In the shotgun, Morgan takes it, steps back and finds an open man. He just overthrew him. That was number 17 on the play. Ryan Donahue, correct. That throw was actually, Ryan would have had to have been about 7 feet tall to make that catch. That was a really high pass, and he wouldn't have been able to come down with it anyway. So it's going to be 3rd and 15 for the Bulldogs from the 30-yard line.
That's another great player, is Ryan Donahue. I mean, outstanding. Senior, receiver. He's been catching a lot of good balls this year.
Not a lot of wind today, so I don't think the breeze caught that. So third down, 2 and 2 on the receivers on either side. There's a pass and a delay handoff to Toscano up the middle. He's got 5-10. He's got a first down. He keeps going. He's going to make it all the way to the end zone. Touchdown for Toscano.
Yeah.
30-yard carry for Ryan. That's his fifth touchdown on the ground this season. And the Bulldogs are up 13-0 with 5:58 to play.
And again, you got to thank the linemen. They opened up a nice hole for Toscano to run through.
Well, that was actually pretty interesting play call there because they sold the pass and they actually let some of the Memorial rushers into the backfield, and then Morgan very calmly was able to give that delayed handoff to Toscano. He just ran through whoever was in front of him and got the score. Now, Luke and Tony is good on the extra point, so perfect there. 14-0, Bulldogs up with 5:58 to play.
All right, so Memorial's got to get it together. They got to hang on to the ball.
Yeah, that was it was an ill-advised throw there by Chris Coburn on that interception by Sanchez, and it hurt them right there with the Bulldogs taking advantage right there. So that was Toscano with a 30-yard carry. 14-0, Bulldogs are up. You're listening and watching Bulldogs football here on BCTV 23 and Bedford 105.1. I'm Harry Kozlowski on the play-by-play. Phil Axton is giving me the color commentary here. And on camera, we've got Bill Jennings, and running controls is Chris Gentry.
So let's see if Bob Otis can throw it into the end zone again, kick it in the end zone.
This kick looks like it's going to be returnable. It bounces in front of the Memorial player, number 27.
Oh, he's quick, too. He's quick.
He got by one player. It looks like he's going to have a good run.
He
carries it out of bounds. That's Tyreek Noel, number 27.
About the 30-yard line. He was pretty quick. Quick little player.
Definitely a good carry there, and gives the Memorial Crusaders a good start. Best drive start so far, the 30-yard line. So let's see if the Crusaders can get something going in this time. Coming into the game is Javon Collier. And now Chris Coburn is in the huddle.
Looks like they're going to start in line again for Bedford. They're going to put a lot of pressure on right here. You got Twite on the end.
2 receivers out, 3 in the backfield. Coburn under center. He takes the snap. He gets knocked down. There's a fumble.
Yeah, it looks...
That looked like a busted play. Somebody came right through and hit Coburn as he was turning around trying to find somebody to pitch it to. And I think his guys must have ran the wrong way because he didn't. He turned around. There was nobody there to pitch it to.
I think it was a broken play, and he wasn't there. And they look like Torrey Helton is the one who knocked the ball out.
And did you catch who recovered the fumble there?
I want to say it was Torrey that caught the fumble also.
So the Bulldogs take it.
No.
The Bulldogs take advantage of that turnover and now have excellent field position once again. Another short field, 22-yard line is where they'll be starting from. 5:44 left here in the first quarter, with the Bulldogs up 14-0. And it looks like there's a timeout being called. I wonder if the officials are having a little conference there to make sure that there wasn't an offsides play, because that Bedford defender came up awfully quick, and I think the officials might be discussing whether or not it could have been an offsides on Bedford. We'll find out.
Looks like the play still stands. Bedford recover the ball, and it's going to be a 1st and 10.
So we got a little time here.
22-yard line, right on the 22-yard line again.
Another short field for the Bulldogs.
I'll tell you, that Bedford line, they're tough. They're tough.
We're going to try to keep an eye on the other scores around the NHIAA. 2 big games, Pinkerton versus Londonderry. Big rivals, both teams 3-0. We'll try to get you some scores there. Also, next week's opponent, the Central Little Green, will be coming to Bedford. They are playing at Nashua North, a 2-1 team there.
All right.
So 4 receivers on 2 on each side. Morgan Throws over the middle to Mumpini, and just like that,
touchdown.
Touchdown
again.
That was a beautiful throw by Morgan.
Great
just
throw.
Laser.
Great throw. Had a lot of coverage. Lucen was wide open.
He found the seam. And just like that, the Bulldogs are up 3 scores, 20-0 with the extra point. Or do we have, they're being called back here? Is there a penalty on the play? It looks like. Well, there we go. We just erased a perfect play. Ineligible man downfield, I believe is the call. And that's going to be a 5-yard penalty. So instead of a touchdown, it's going to be 1st and 15 from the 27-yard line for the Bulldogs.
Oh boy, tough break, tough break. Boy, this band, we're right on top of the band. Can you hear the band, Harry?
Absolutely.
I think everyone else can hear the band as well.
But I think that adds to the atmosphere, doesn't it?
Absolutely, yes.
It makes it feels like high school football. So here we go, another 4-receiver set. Fake handoff to Toscano, and like Morgan's play. Looks like there's exact same play, but this time Mumpini was held up and couldn't get to the spot, so it's an incomplete pass.
Yeah, a lot of the line's doing their job though. There was really no one pressing. It was nice.
5:32 left here in the first quarter, 14-0 the Bulldogs.
But Memorial's secondary, they were on top of all the receivers.
2nd and 15 from the 27-yard line, the Memorial 27-yard line. We've got 3 receiver set, 2 to the left. Toscano in the backfield. Morgan fakes the handoff and instead gets sacked. Great play there. Number
31-yard line.
That's number 30, Adam Anderson for Memorial, pushing the Bulldogs back another 5 yards.
That was a great job on Memorial.
They have been successful in getting some pressure on Morgan today. So right there now we've got long 3rd and 20 for the Bulldogs. They've got the 4 receiver set. Morgan says something to Mumpini there. 2 on each side and Toscano in the backfield. From the shotgun, Morgan drops back, throws down the middle. He's got, he had wide open Ryan Donahue right down the middle, but threw it a little too far ahead. And now it's going to be 4th down and 20. We'll see if they decide to try a long field goal here or if they're going to try to go for it.
I don't know. What do you think, Harry? I think I'd go for it. We're down and deep in here. And it looks like Bedford is going to be going for it.
This kick might be a little beyond Luke and Tony's range, so the Bulldogs are going to go for it on 4th down. 4th and 20 from the 32-yard line, 4:49 left in the first quarter. Heavy set receivers, 3 to the left side. And instead it's a pooch kick by Morgan. Try to coffin corner it, and it's rolling down to the 4-yard line. So
that was a good little punt.
That was probably the best thing they could have done right there. Absolutely. 20 yards even for Bedford's a little hard to pick up on 4th down. That's a real risky play. So instead they pin the Crusaders down deep in their own zone from their own 4-yard line. They will take over. But at least they dodged a bullet there. Instead of, they had the touchdown right there. That long pass to Mumpini was called back on the illegal blocker downfield. So instead of being down 21-0, they're only down 14. But they're in a deep hole here. They're going to have to try to dig out. And they've had 2 turnovers back-to-back on possessions. They're going to have to be really careful here not to turn the ball over this far in their end. Off the snap, the handoff up the middle, it gets them about a yard.
Maybe a yard. I'm telling you, this line, Bedford's line's huge this year, and they're tough. They're tough.
Number 7 right there on the carry for Memorial. That is Giovanni Hartford. He picks up a yard on the carry. So it'll be 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9 on the
5-yard line.
The 5-yard line.
A little over 4 minutes to play here.
They're going to have to air it out. They're not going to run against this team.
They have one receiver on either side. There's a motion man by Hartford. And a pitch to Noel. He gets by one man, manages to pick up about 4 yards on the play up to the 10-yard line. Pretty decent play right there. It gives them an opportunity, a little shorter 3rd down. It'll be 3rd and 4.
3rd and 4. Big play from Memorial here.
From the 10-yard line. They have 1 first down so far and 2 turnovers. both leading to scores. So Coburn checks in with his coach on the sideline, runs back to the huddle.
Harry, what do you think? They're going to have to air it out?
I think they're going to keep it on the ground here. I don't know if they trust their air game right now. They've had some success on the ground, so let's see what they do here. They're in the shotgun, though. That could mean a passing play. There's the pass, and a quick pass to Noel. Gets up to the 15, 16. Looks like it's a first down. Yep. You called it there, Phil. Passing play out of the shotgun to Tariq Noel. And he was wide open there in the flat, and he manages to pick up a first down. So they're all the way up now to the 13-yard line with under 3 minutes to play. 14-0. Bulldogs are up.
That receiver, he kind of snuck out there. There was nobody out there.
So they come up to the line. They're going to send 3 receivers to the right with 1 back. Staying in the shotgun, Coburn gets ready for the snap. Takes it, quick pass out to Noel. He tries to curl around, but the Bulldogs are waiting for him, and it winds up losing yardage. It loses about 3 yards on the play.
Yeah, Bedford read that play. We definitely power them.
It'll be 2nd and 13. They flooded the right side with 3 receivers, and Noel was one of the receivers. He stepped back to take kind of a bubble screen play, but the Bulldogs are ready for that and smothered the play and wound up losing 3 yards on the play.
So we're back on the 15.
Under 2 minutes now in the first quarter.
14 to go. 2nd down, 14 to go.
They're going to call 13 on the scoreboard. Now the back under center with 3 backs, motion by Noel. There's a handoff up the middle, picks up about 2 or 3 yards right there. And that is number 7, Hartford, for the Crusaders. Actually, correction, that picked up about 5 yards. So it'll be a 3rd down and 8 from the 20-yard line. The Crusaders have to get to the 28 to pick up a first down here. Clock is ticking down. We're coming up on a minute left
in the first quarter.
In this first quarter. And it looks like we're going to have the under center with Coburn, 3 receivers, or three backs. He drops back and got sacked. That sack done by Alexander Pantelakis.
Yes, another senior.
He came
senior
in,
linebacker, tough.
It looked like he was unblocked on that play. He just came right in. Coburn tried to drop back and set himself up, and instead he had Pantelakis right on top of him.
No one was blocking him at all. He was wide open, just went right in after the quarterback.
So big loss there, back to the 13-yard line. Another punt by the Crusaders.
We got Mumpini back there.
No, almost blocked right there. Mumpini almost got to it. He might have got a piece of it. And instead, the ball just bounces back and barely about a 1-yard net on that kick, unfortunately, for the Crusaders. So no matter what they do, they keep giving the Bulldogs better and better field position.
All right.
They're on the, looks like the 17-yard line.
14 to nothing. We got, what, 10 seconds left in the first quarter?
Yeah, they'll probably get 1 snap off here, and then they'll end the quarter. So
Toscano
Morgan
again in the backfield.
Morgan is under center. He's got 4 receivers on either side. And what do we have?
Looks like a timeout. Looks like someone's taking a timeout. Looks like Memorial, maybe?
They haven't indicated who.
Memorial. Timeout Memorial.
All right, yeah, timeout Memorial. They're in a tough spot right now. They can't get that ball out of that end zone.
Well, they need to tighten up here, at least try to hold the Bulldogs to 3, or this game's going to get out of hand pretty quickly.
Right.
First quarter, they've already done 6 songs.
We have our first report from the Pinkerton-Londonderry game. The Astros lead the Lancers 14-0 with a minute left in the first quarter.
Wow.
Where's that being played? At Londonderry or Pinkerton?
Not entirely sure. I think the game's in Londonderry. We'll look that up for you in a little bit. And another score real quick, Dover with a 3-0 lead over Winnicott. 9:58 left in the second quarter there. So here we go, 10 seconds left in the first quarter. Morgan under center. He's got 3 receivers to one side.
Got the ball.
Toscano takes
breaks
it.
One tackle.
Gets around 2 players, gets it up to about the 10-yard line, so a pickup of about 7 yards there. Or I'm sorry, pickup about 4 yards, and that's going to end the first quarter with the Bulldogs up 14-0 and knocking on the door at the 10-yard line. Portsmouth with a 21-0 lead over Spalding right now. That's after one quarter, and it's 14-0 here. Quick recap on the scoring so far. Harrison Lagulon, scoring from 9 yards out, gave the Bulldogs a 7-0 lead, and then on the next possession, after a interception by Solomon Sanchez, a 30-yard run by Ryan Toscano, and 14-0 lead for the Bulldogs right there. So this will be, they've scored on 2 of their 3 possessions. They're in their 4th one right now, and they're knocking on the door at the 10-yard line.
Harry, getting back to the Pinkerton game, it looks like they're away at Londonderry.
Thank you for looking that up. I do appreciate that. And that scores at the end of 1. And also at halftime, this game's moving along quickly. Merrimack with a 6-0 lead over Nashua South. So we move to the other end of the field right now. The Bulldogs are going from our right to their left, to my left, and they're lined up at the 10-yard line.
We got Toscano in the backfield again.
And 4 receivers, 2 on each side. And Morgan's waiting to see if he works from under center, and he does. So kind of a wide formation here. Morgan takes the snap, quick throw to Mumpini. He's got 2 people on him, but he gets away from them and gets down into the end zone.
Touchdown.
He was able to fight off the Memorial defenders there, so.
He is very fast, very fast. You see how quick he was?
Well, yeah, definitely, because he had 2 Memorial defenders right around him. I mean, they were surrounded him, and yet he was able to use his speed to get around him and put in another score. So Mumpini with a Morgan pass, a 10-yard play right there, and the extra point coming from Maddie Lucantoni.
She's doing a great job this year.
There's a snap, the ball is up, and it is good. Yeah. So 21-0, 11:51. First play of the second quarter. Bulldogs are up now by 3 touchdowns over Memorial.
What do you think, Coach Stank's going to start subbing some people in around?
I think once the, I'm going to say another touchdown. Maybe 2. I mean, the way things are going right now, they may have a 35-0 lead midway through this quarter.
Right.
And then we're going to be in run time. And I think you'll see some of the bench players getting some time.
Because those points, they give you points towards the end of the year, right? In your standings?
The points scored, only they're tiebreakers. I don't believe that factors into the standings. I'm not sure, though.
Or where you're seated, I should say, not your standings, but...
To be honest, I'm not entirely sure if scoring plays into it. I kind of doubt it, only because it seems... Only because I think that the NHIAA would be concerned about teams running scores up on lesser squads. There's a short kick and a bounce.
Well,
picked up by Noel. He's still moving, but he gets thrown down right there.
Jeez.
That was actually 23 Robert Fuller on the carry, and number 8 Zachary Guerin just kind of ragdolled him right there.
He's another beast. He's strong, big player.
Put him down at about the 25-yard line.
He's 6'3", 215 pounds. He's solid. He's a solid player.
So Memorial is ready to start once again. They're at their 25-yard line trying to make something happen here. At least move the ball down the field and keep the Bulldogs out of the end zone.
Great night, great Friday night football weather. Harry, great night.
It is a perfect evening. You know, like I said, there was a chance of rain, but we haven't seen any so far. So here we go. From the 15-yard line, Memorial begins. There's a direct snap to Coburn. He tries to run it and winds up losing 3 yards right there, back to the 12-yard line. So
they are starting to sub a couple people in. I see Jack Rogan in at linebacker. 33. He's another solid player, junior.
We're going to get an update from Mike Robinson, who's at the girls volleyball. Looks like Bedford has taken their first two games, 25-14 and 25-16, and they're leading game 3 10-8.
Wow,
they're playing Nashua
great.
North in volleyball, so they're aiming to sweep them. They're 3-0. So good job there by the Bulldogs.
That's a great job.
Ladies in the volleyball. But right here we've got 2nd and 10. I guess they're going to say Coburn got back to the line of scrimmage. So it's 2nd and 10.
Ooh, good, he took a hit.
And the handoff right there
52.
to 21, Eric Johnston, he gets driven back. Looks like he lost a yard on that play, so we're looking at 3rd and 11 here.
Jacob Collins, good hit. That was a good tackle, nice clean tackle.
The Bedford Lions definitely winning those battles at the line of scrimmage, definitely not giving the Crusaders a whole lot of room to operate.
No.
So 3rd and 11, they're at the 14-yard line, 10:26 remaining. 21-0, Bulldogs in the lead here in the second quarter. And they're going to work from the shotgun with 3 receivers to the right, 1 back. Coburn in the shotgun, drops back, makes the throw, finds Noel.
Oh, flag on the play.
But it's just a short gain up to about the 18-yard line. But yeah, flags are down. We'll have to see what the call is here. Any early indication here from the officials?
I wonder if there's a holding.
Well, if it's on Memorial, it'll definitely be declined by Coach Stank. The flag was thrown in the defensive backfield. So what are the possible calls there? Could it have been an offensive pass interference?
It is possible, but I'm thinking maybe a holding.
It's hard to imagine what the call would be against the Bulldogs unless it was a defensive holding, but we'll find out here in just a minute.
It's typically against the Bulldogs.
Yeah, it looks like it is against the Bulldogs.
So the officials are explaining that to the Bedford coaches along the sideline. So this could be a first down by way of penalty. We'll find out.
I know there was a lot of pressure going in on the quarterback.
It was a defensive holding call.
Yep.
So the result is a 10-yard penalty up to the 25-yard line, 24, up to the 24.
Oh boy.
And that should be an automatic first down, isn't it? The defensive holding usually automatic first?
Usually is, but
well, in the NFL, it's a 5-yard penalty, an automatic first, but here they just gave him 10 yards. So
right. I think it depends on who is getting held.
So I'm not sure. The scoreboard says 3rd down. We're going to see what happens here. It might be 3rd and 1.
3rd and about 1 or 2 yards.
From the shotgun, there's a throw and a pass breakup right there.
There's another flag. Almost looks like a late hit.
The pass was intended for Hartford. So, yes, a roughing the passer play on the Bulldogs. So that was going to give the Crusaders another first down. I believe it's their 2nd one or the 3rd one of the game.
I'll tell you, against the Bedford line, they're big guys, and you get all that muscle and mass coming at you, it's hard to stop.
And it looks like Coburn's injured, the quarterback for Memorial. He's down on the ground holding his knee.
Oh, boy. Didn't look like a late hit, but obviously it was. But
yeah, I kind of missed that. I was trying to focus on the pass play. It's kind of a surprising call that they would make a throw on short yardage. You would think they'd try to pick that up on the ground.
Right.
But they
exactly.
made a throw. There wasn't a lot of room to hit Hartford, and the pass was a little too far and was broken up anyway. So it's going to be 1st down and 10 for Memorial from their 39-yard line. But Coburn is still on the ground. He's being helped up finally, and yeah, he's definitely out of the game. Looks like just the way.
Yeah, he's limping.
There's definitely a knee injury, maybe a ligament strain or tear, but he's being carried off the field right now. No, I'm sorry, that's number 55. My bad, that is one of the blockers, Mike Violette, the junior, holding his knee. So it wasn't the quarterback, my bad.
1st and 10.
So we've got 1st and 10 now from the 39-yard line as they take Violette off the field. He's definitely
and what was the call?
keeping. It was a roughing call on the Bulldogs on the quarterback, but Violette was obviously got tangled up and hurt his knee, and he's in a lot of discomfort on the bench right now. So they come to the line of scrimmage. New life here for the Crusaders, and their best field position of the game on their 39-yard line, trying to make something happen.
Looks
down
like
21-0 here in the second
quarter. A little bit of
quarter.
blitz going on. There we go.
There's a handoff up the middle. That's to number 7, Giovanni Hartford. Good carry right there. Picks up 4 yards.
Yeah, he looks pretty quick.
Well, they found the opening and just kind of burst through as best they could and made something happen there. You know, they really don't have to be too fancy here. They can just
a few screens.
Just try to make something happen. Just stick with the basics and try to execute them as best they can.
They have a few talented players. They definitely do. A few of their backs are really quick.
So 2nd and 7 now from the 42 under center. There's a handoff right up the middle again to Hartford. He picks up a few more yards, gets it up to the 44. That's a pickup of 2. So we're going to have about 3rd and 5 here, very manageable.
Big play for Memorial, big play.
Clock is ticking down. It's 8:52 left in the second quarter with the Bulldogs up 21 to
So,
nothing.
Harry, what do you think? Their running game's been doing well. What do you think they're thinking here? Pass, or are you going to keep it on the ground?
Well, it looks like Coburn's in the shotgun, so I'm going to say it's a passing play, although it's a tight formation. There's no receivers out. And it's a pitch out to Noel, but he gets driven out and loses yards.
Zach Guerin.
Bedford wasn't fooled on that play at all. They kept all the Memorial offensive people in tight, no receivers, even though he was coming out of the shotgun. Quick pitch out to Noel, winds up losing about a yard. So they're at the 43-yard line. It's 4th and 6.
That was a good read on Zach Guerin. He was on top of him.
And they're going to just punt it away here. Mumpini is back for Bedford.
Another flag.
What do we have here? Is it
too many men on the field?
A 5-yard penalty won't give them the 1st down, but it might entice them into going for it on 4th down. Let's see what the call is.
10, 12, too many men on the field. It looks like, well.
For Bedford?
Let me count again. I could be wrong. Yes, it was. It was too many men on the field.
Wow.
Yeah, it appears that way. I see Toscano walking over to talk to the coach, but I could be wrong.
I don't know what's the arm across the chest. That's an automatic first?
No.
They did just give it the 1st down signal, though. No, they're going to make
5 yards.
Okay, so it's 4th down.
Yeah.
So it's a 5-yard penalty. Still 4th down, but it's more manageable 4th and 1 right now for Crusaders. They're at the 48-yard line. They got to get to the 49. And it looks like instead of punting it away, they're going to try to go for it here. Might as well.
Yeah, they got to. Memorial has to. The punting game hasn't been too good today.
So 4th and 1. It's a tight formation. Everybody in tight under center.
And offsides on Bedford. You could see that coming.
Shades of Winnicott.
Too much anticipation on that play, and it's not even like Memorial did anything to draw them off. That was just a little antsiness on the part of was it number 33?
Jack Rogan.
Jack Rogan.
Looks like he was going to blitz the line, and A lot of adrenaline going on, and
I mean, with a 21-0 lead, I don't think Coach Stank is too concerned about the game, but he can't be happy with some of these miscues. There's been a lot of, I've lost count. It was about 5 or 6 penalties already. 5 on the Bulldogs, at least 3 on this this possession.
Yeah, I mean, mistakes can lose a game.
They're giving them a lot of life here.
Penalties
so 8:23, first down.
Kill you.
First down for the Crusaders, handoff to Hartford. He runs it ahead and picks up 3 yards on the play. Gets the ball over the Bedford 45-yard line. Clock is ticking down, 8:10 to go in the second half. And the Crusaders are trailing by 3 touchdowns, 21-0.
Pantelakis looks like he made the tackle on that one. So what are we at? The 44-yard line.
44-yard line of Bedford.
All right, so Memorial's picking up a little bit of drive here. They get a couple of first downs. Looks like Bedford put all their starters back in the game.
Another tight formation now. Finally, 22 splits off. That's Kyle Bukaniewicz on the snap. Throws away. The rush right there, number 52.
They're all
Bedford.
looking for intentional grounding, but there was a receiver there. I mean,
that was Jacob Collins who wrapped up Coburn. Coburn's holding his hip a little bit.
Yeah.
He had it out.
Yeah. Did you see that? It was almost a little intentional grounding there.
There's something yellow on the field. That's not a, no, that's just a bit of paint. I was going to say it's not a flag on that play. So now it's a 3rd down and 7.
Still at the 44, right? Yep, 44.
So they've got to get to the 37-yard line to pick up the first. 7:34 left in the half.
Yep, big play for Memorial here, big play.
They're going to flood the receivers to the left side with 1 back. Coburn is in the shotgun. There's the snap. He drops back, drops it to the flat.
Wide open.
That's just a swing pass. Winds up picking up about 3 yards right there. Number 21, Eric Johnston.
And who was that tackled him? 23?
23.
Bourgeois? Is that Bourgeois?
24 is Bourgeois for the Bulldogs.
All right.
So now it's 4th down and 3 for Memorial, and they're going to try going forward again. This has been the best drive of the game for the Crusaders so far, helped along by 3 Bedford penalties.
Again, they got to watch the offsides here. Here's another one.
Right.
You got 4 yards to go.
I think Coach Stank is hoping that is not the case. So here we go. From the 40-yard line, 4th and 3.
Here we go again.
For the Crusaders, a tight formation.
Another
a snap
flag.
And a pitch out, and that's not going to work. Noel gets dropped for about a 6-yard loss, but we've got a flag on the play.
More laundry on the field.
It's a legal motion on the Crusaders. That is going to be declined, I think, and you will have the turnover on downs.
Yep.
The ball will be at the Bedford 45-yard line. And the official indicates the penalty is declined. So this time the penalty call is on Memorial in illegal motion. 2 players moving in the backfield, and Bedford takes over. That was probably the most time the Bulldogs defense spent on the field this game. So 7:19 to go.
We got Toscano in the backfield again.
4 receivers, 2 on each side. Morgan under center, getting ready to take the snap. He drops back, gets ready to pass, throws it to Montini.
Yep.
And he's at the Crusaders 48-yard line if they give him forward motion. Now there's a penalty flag thrown. Is that a roughing call?
Yeah, it looks like that.
A little too rough
yeah, I think it was a little late on the hit, and they had already blown the whistle.
Let's see what the officials have to say.
Yeah.
Dead ball foul.
Yeah.
Roughing. It's going to be another 15 yards tacked on right there.
Yeah, Memorial's getting frustrated. That's what happens. You get a little heated, you get some frustration going on, and you make some silly mistakes. Can't do that. The
reception at the Crusader 48-yard line, and now you're going to add 15 to that.
Jeez.
Bring the ball all the way down to the 34. So it's not like the Bulldogs needed any more help to move down the field, so that was not a good penalty.
For years I was coaching, I just save your aggression for the next play. Take it out on the next play, that's all. We got Toscano in the backfield again.
2 receivers on either side, Morgan under center. There's the snap and handoff to Toscano.
There we
he
go.
Gets held
Broke
up,
two
finds a hole,
yeah.
Gets down to the 27-yard line. Big carry there for about 7 yards, and it'll be 2nd down and 3 for the Bulldogs.
Harry, he's driven. He's driven. Did you see that? He had 2 tacklers, broke them, and then kept going. He does not want to go down. He does not want to go down.
Well, he's a hard player to bring down.
Oh, he plays with all heart. He plays with all heart.
So same lineup. We got 2 receivers on either side.
Toscano in the backfield.
And under center is Morgan, running the same formation so far in this play. Morgan drops back the pass. He's got rushers on him. Toscano on the screen pass. He gets swarmed down. It looks like he's close to a 1st down.
Another flag. Small laundry on the field. Yeah, I'm thinking defensive holding. I'm thinking. You thinking offensive?
Yeah, I'm thinking it might be an offensive call here. Maybe a holding play, a holding call. Let's see what the officials have to say.
Yeah.
But they let another face mask on Crusaders. That's going to be another 15 yards right there. So Toscano did get the 1st down, and now they're going to add another 15 yards to from the 27.
Yeah.
That should bring them down to.
Geez, another tough break for Memorial. Another tough break.
That should bring them down to the 12-yard line.
You can't be doing those mistakes. You got to stay away from the helmets, especially these days.
So the Bulldogs helped out the Crusaders on the last drive with a couple of penalties, and now the Crusaders have returned the favor. A couple of big 15-yard calls bring the Bulldogs down into the red zone. They're at the Crusader 12-yard line. 5:59 left in the 2nd quarter. 2 receivers on each side, Toscano in the backfield. And there's the snap, rolls out Morgan to his right, makes the throw, and it is dropped. It was intended for Mumpini, but there were some Memorial players there causing a little traffic. He wasn't able to bring it in, so it'll be 2nd down.
I think that was Donahue. That was Donahue. 17 Donahue.
Well, actually Donahue and Mumpini were in the same spot.
Oh, okay.
And I guess hard to say which player is intended for it. So let's go. It'll be from the 11-yard line, 2nd down and 10. Same lineup with split receivers and Toscano in the backfield. Under center is Morgan, ready to take the snap. He does. There's a pitch to Toscano to the right. Finds an opening and barrels into the end zone for a touchdown. 11-yard run by Toscano, 2nd one of the game.
Again, the line making huge holes for Toscano to run through. I'm hoping Toscano thanks the whole line at the end of the game. Harry, what do you think?
Oh, you know, he does a lot of that by himself just from sheer power. I mean, he was an open field, and he was able to break a few tackles on that run. So I think he makes a lot of that stuff happen on his own.
Oh, absolutely.
So we're ready for the extra point by Maddie Lucantoni. She lines up. Here comes the snap. Ball is down, kick is up.
A little bit of wind in her face, and it's good.
It is good. So perfect on all sides right there. Bedford with 2 touchdowns in the 1st quarter, 2 touchdowns in the 2nd, and they've got a 28-0 lead with 5:37 left to play.
Jeez. That was a tough set of downs for Memorial there. Some silly mistakes, face mask, roughing the passer.
Yeah, they don't need to help the Bulldogs much.
No.
But, you know, I think they're putting up a pretty good fight. I mean, again, this is an undermanned squad, carrying only 40 players. Definitely a talent deficit from the Bulldogs, but they're playing with a lot of heart, I think.
They are. They definitely are.
And they're keeping it, even though 28-0 sounds like a blowout. I think they're playing with a lot of enthusiasm. And you know, in the last drive, they managed a few 1st downs and kept the ball going and kept the ball away from the Bulldogs.
Yep.
The score from Division I NHIAA. This is kind of a surprise. The Dover Green Wave is up 10-6.
Wow.
Over Winnicott. That would be quite the upset if they could pull that off.
Yeah, that is a great rivalry, Dover and Winnicott.
And on the kickoff, this is a short kick picked up by. Oh, looks like it's happening here. Good return right there.
Number 9, Justin Atter.
The 32, I believe, was the return man for Memorial. Number 32 is Frankie Rodriguez. So that was a short kick by the Bulldogs, picked up at about the 30-yard line and returned up to the 41 or 42-yard line of Memorial. So another good drive start for the Crusaders with 5:30 left to play. Maybe they can at least get on the scoreboard here before the end of the half.
I'm sure that's what Memorial wants to do, but I don't know if they're going to let them.
Off the snap.
Pass.
Coburn drops back, completes the pass up to the midfield 50-yard line. That goes to Kyle Bokaniewicz. He makes the catch. Nice sharp pass there by Coburn. Moves the sticks, or actually picks up 8 yards, so it'll be a very manageable 2nd and 2 from midfield.
So,
you know, with the pressure they're getting from Bedford, Coburn has to make the passes quickly. He's got to find his receiver and get it out as fast as he can.
Absolutely, absolutely.
And he was able to do it there with Bokaniewicz out in the open there. So they line up in a fairly tight formation, receivers on both sides, 3 backs.
Bedford showing blitz.
And we've got a flag, looks like it might be a false start. And
on the offense.
It is, yeah, so they didn't need to do that.
No.
Now they go from 2nd and 2 to 2nd and 7 back to their 45-yard line. And that's just a mental error.
Yeah.
There really wasn't a need to, there was no reason for that to happen. Especially, it's not like they didn't hear each other because they were in fairly close quarters.
Right.
They had such a tight formation.
Plenty of time still on the clock.
Clock is ticking down. We're down to about 4:40. In the second half, the Bulldogs up 28-0 here in the second quarter.
45-yard line, 2nd and about, what are you thinking, 7, 8 yards?
It is a 7-yard distance to the first down marker. A pitch back and a big hit right there in the backfield. Yeah.
A lot of Bulldogs.
So actually it turns out to be a gain of 1 yard there.
Right.
That was a slow developing play. Coburn faked the handoff and then pitched it back. But while that was all happening, the Bulldogs were penetrating the backfield. So by the time the runner had the ball, he had no room to operate. And it's to his credit that he was able to muscle out a 1-yard gain there. So now it's 3rd and 6 from the 46, 47-yard line. And they have to get to Bedford's 48 to get the first down. So they break the huddle and they come out.
Looks like
2 receivers out and tight end tight and 3 in the backfield. Let's see what they do here.
I'm thinking a quick pass. Oh,
a quick pitch
Dwight
to
was
Noel.
all over him.
And again, you know, these pitchbacks.
Yeah.
They're not able to keep the Bedford rush out.
No.
And it seems like every time they do one of these pitchbacks, they're just giving up ground because the Bedford defenders are right there every time they try to do that.
Yep.
So it's 4th down, and they're going to call it 5, although really it's probably 4th and 7 from their 45-yard line. And they're going to punt it away once more. And looks like Mumpini is back.
Oh, timeout Bedford, it looks like. Looks like they had a few players on the field. They weren't sure it was supposed to be out there. Yeah, timeout Bedford.
3:18 to go here in the half.
45-yard line.
We've got a halftime score from Exeter, a tight one. The Blue Hawks leading Wyndham 3-0.
Wow.
So only a field goal in an entire half of football there between those 2 teams.
Now Wyndham's, this is their first year in Division I, right?
That's right. They've been a power in Division II, and they decided to kick it up a notch there.
Yeah, Wyndham's doing well. We raced them in skiing, and they're always right there.
Are you the coach?
I'm the head coach of the ski team.
You are.
We've got another update from the Pinkerton game. 21-0 now, Astros with the lead with 10 seconds remaining in the half there. So the Crusaders getting ready to punt here.
Ooh.
High snap, but it's controlled, and a bad kick. Kind of a line drive, and a fumble recovered by Crusaders. That was
Eli
misplayed there.
30. Who's number 30?
That's Ellie.
Eli Menderson. Again, why would you get near the ball on the punt? I don't understand that.
So that was kind of a line drive kick from the Crusaders, and it
bounced. You
bounced
always
right to
stay away
Ellie.
from those balls when they're bouncing like that, all over the place.
And just like that, thanks to a turnover, the Crusaders are now on the 25-yard line with 3 minutes and 9 seconds to go in the half, and an opportunity to at least get on the scoreboard here against this Bedford team. A lot of miscues today. Coach Stank is going to be having a talk to these players. A lot of...
Yeah, we started in Concord. One of the footballs, as you would, hit the Concord ankle, and then we ended up jumping on it to get the ball.
So here we go. On the Bedford 25-yard line, taking advantage of a fumble.
Jeez.
The Crusaders are in the shotgun. Here's a snap back. There's a rush and a throw to the end zone. Looks like this is going to be intercepted and it is. Mampini in the end zone. He's going to carry it out. He's up to the 20-yard line, 25, then finally driven out at about the 29-yard line. So that turnover mistake is erased by kind of an ill-advised throw by Coburn. He didn't. His man wasn't open, and the ball was going. It was heading right for Mampini. So Mampini, sure-handed there, makes the catch in the end zone and decides to carry it out.
He's having a great year, Mampini.
29-yard return by Mampini gives the Bulldogs the ball on their 29 with 2:56 left to play here in the half and an opportunity to add to their lead. They're up 28-0 right now.
So Lucian Mampini also is quite the track star. Harry, just to let you know, he is very fast track star in the spring.
Not surprising.
I saw him in the triple at New England's, and I think he ended up winning everything. I'm not sure, but I'll tell you, he is fast.
No more timeouts for Memorial.
No.
So they burned them all up here in the first half. You know, might as well use them, right?
Yeah, no, absolutely. You got 2 minutes, 2:56 on the clock, 28, you're down 28-0.
We've got an update here. I believe this is the Central game. It's tied up at 6 to go with 6:24 left in the half, North and Central.
Wow.
So
that's
some
surprising.
Close games around the league, around Division I right now.
Central's got a really good team this year.
They're undefeated.
Yeah,
Astros are up 21-0 at the half against Londonderry.
Jeez.
And do we have an update on girls volleyball from Mike Robinson?
Get somebody on the team.
Were the girls able to get that third game? We'll find out in just a moment.
So what are we on, about the 29-yard line?
So it looks like Bedford lost that third game 25-21, so they're up 2-1, and they're in the fourth game right now. So here we go in the shotgun.
Toscano's in the backfield.
Morgan. He lets it fly, and this is a little short.
Whoops.
And
that was Green.
Green had to play defensive back there.
Yeah.
Oh, what do we have here? A penalty. What do we call that? An interference? Yeah. It can't be on. It can't be on Bedford.
No, it was number 8. I think it was kind of a little bit unsportsmanlike stuff. I'm not sure, but
Matt Talbot.
Yeah, he was yelling at the official.
He was asking for an offensive interference call because
he wasn't happy with what the ref said.
Donahue climbed on his back there, which he might have a point, but you can't talk to the officials that way.
No, you got to be respectful. Whether he's right or wrong, you got to be still respectful to the refs out there.
So another freebie here is going to move the ball up to the 44-yard line.
Tough break
for Bedford. Again, that was just a mental lapse there by number 8, Matt Talbot, for the Crusaders. He made a good play and instead wound up giving the Bulldogs 15 yards because he couldn't contain his temper. So out of the shotgun, there's a throw from Morgan. It was for 17. That's
Ryan Donahue. Ryan Donahue, another outstanding player.
Donahue hadn't quite turned around, and the ball just kind of glanced off his shoulder. So it's going to be second down and 10. It says third on the scoreboard, but it should be 2nd and 10. With 2:45 left to play, the incomplete pass stops the clock.
I know the score doesn't show it, but I'll tell you, Memorial's hanging in there. They're doing a lot better than I thought they would be doing.
Morgan in the shotgun takes the snap. There's a long throw over the middle to Mampini. He hits it.
He's gone.
And there's
nobody
off to the races. Touchdown, Bedford, Mampini.
Absolutely. He gets in the open field, no one can catch him.
And that was a 44, let's see, from the 44-yard line, so
Yep,
that'd be a 56-yard touchdown throw for Morgan.
Yeah. That was a great throw. That was great. Not a lot of pressure on the quarterback either. He had a lot of time to throw, and the play had developed, and Mampini ran into the end zone.
And actually, Morgan had 2 receivers to choose from on that play, but chose Mampini down the middle.
Yeah,
so
it was Green and Lucian. Yep.
2:35 left here in the half, and another extra point try. Blocked attempt there, not in time. It's good.
Yep. Maddie again.
Perfect 5 for 5 on the extra points, and Bedford reaches that 35-0 mark. It took them till 2:35 to go here in the second quarter, and we should be in run time, if not now by the second half.
Right.
Stick around at halftime. We'll have performances by both bands, I believe, the Crusader band as well as the Bedford band, who traveled here with the team. So be listening on Bedford 105.1 WBNH LP Bedford, or watch it on BCTV 23.
And I believe both teams have some great bands. They're both great band players, right?
It's worth noting, too, that this TV broadcast will be replayed on Manchester Community Television, MPTV. So we want to say hi to all the viewers in Manchester on tape delay. The Manchester TV people are covering that Central game right now, and that's tied at 6.
The wind's starting to pick up a little bit. Just threw the ball over on the kickoff. It's coming into his face, too. This is going to be an interesting kick.
So Bobotis is ready to kick it off here.
Jeez, what a boot.
Puts into it, but it's a little short because it's fighting the wind.
Right. Uh-oh.
Ball rolls. Picked up by Memorial and then run out of bounds to avoid the hit. That was number 21.
And 31,
Eric
Tyler Spires was ready to light him up, but he ran out of bounds.
So 2:31 to go in the half. 35-0 is the score for the Bulldogs. It'll be a first down from the 17-yard line. Memorial's got a ways to go to try to get on the board here. They had an opportunity from the 25-yard line, but they threw an interception on the very first play after recovering a fumble on a punt by Bedford. So here we go. Crusaders moving from left to right. In the shotgun is Coburn. And he decides to take off with it.
Ran a couple
and he
of
runs out of room.
Oh, that was ugly play.
Yeah,
ugly play.
no blocking there, and instead he winds up losing about 7 yards.
No, I
back
think
to the 10-yard line.
Coach had a few words to the defense on the sidelines, and you can see that they ramped it up a little bit.
So now second and 17 from the 10.
Yeah.
Not going in the right direction for sure for the.
No, that's the way the Bulldogs
Crusaders
usually play.
And I'm sure that Coach Stank told them watch the penalties too. No freebies.
Absolutely, absolutely. The silly mistakes will kill you. You can't do that. And I'll tell you, I think the ref's been very fair tonight.
So Memorial lines up with 3 receivers, 2 to the left, 1 to the right. There's a quick throw.
Pass.
And a great throw in there. He's got some room to go. There he goes. That's number 7, Giovanni Hartford, with the crossing pattern.
It's number 6, Solomon from Memorial made the tackle.
And that was a beautiful
I'll tell you, he would have been gone.
That was a 43-yard play there from Coburn to Hartford.
And I don't know how Solomon got there, but he's an outside linebacker. I don't know where the safety was.
He had to be careful there about the course collar tackle when you're tackling from behind like that. And just like that, a handoff is blown up by number 71.
Torrey again, he's a beast.
Torrey Holton just blew up that play.
That guy is an animal. He's a junior. We're waiting to see some big things from him over the next couple of years.
So that's a 4-yard loss right there. It's got to be rough, you know. By the time you're dropping back, you're handing off to your running back, and just as you're handing the ball off, you got Torrey Holton in your grill.
Yeah.
So there we go.
He's a big dude, that guy.
From the 48-yard line of their own 48, it's going to be 2nd and 14 here. 3 receivers to the right, and Coburn in the shotgun.
Almost
throws the ball out of bounds. And what do we have there? They're going to call that an interference play. Now, they're going to call Mumpini on a pass interference. But honestly, that ball was not catchable.
No.
Ball, that was a throwaway by Coburn. That went out of bounds. So I'm a little surprised that the official, maybe they're talking it over now.
Well, and the official in the backfield almost called holding on Memorial.
They're going to call a pass interference on Mumpini right there. So there's that freebie that Coach Stank doesn't want to see that his players give the opponent. What are they going to be, a 15-yard? They don't. Unlike the NFL, it's not a spot foul. They're going to give him 15 yards.
I know, Harry. What do you think we've got for yardage on penalties today? 100?
Not that much, but
it feels like
between both. Actually, you know what? Between both teams, I think we have. If you add up both sides, I think it's going to be about 100 yards or more in penalties. Just a lot of penalties in this game.
Yeah.
Mumpini really should have thought better than to hit that receiver, because the ball was out of bounds. I mean, it was not a catchable ball, which is, again, surprising.
I think
that
he was
they
going
were
for
given
it.
that.
I think Mumpini was going for it and didn't see the player, honestly. I think that's what happened.
So the Crusaders are up to the 36-yard line of Bedford. They've got 38 seconds to make something happen. And they've put all their receivers up, 4 receivers on the left side with 1 back. Quick throw off the hands of Hartford.
That was clean.
He gets crushed, and he's slow getting up there.
That was Zach Guerin. He is another tough player.
He just drilled him, helmet right into the chest.
Yeah.
Like I said, a legal hit, but he must have heard footsteps when the ball was coming, because he just let the ball go.
Right.
So now it's 2nd down and 10 from the Bedford 36. 33.6 seconds to play. They have the right idea, though, the quick throws. To try to get some.
They got to work on their secondary,
because they can't take the time to let the play develop with this Bedford pass rush.
Right.
Once again from the shotgun, quick throw out. Oh, that should have been caught, I think. 27 right there. That's Noel.
Right. Again,
that was a quick throw to the flat that just bounced off his hands.
Yeah. And again, Zach and Harry Lagulon, 2 big dudes running in on you. I don't know if I'd want to catch the ball with those 2 guys coming at me.
But still, if he had made the catch, it would have been a 5-yard gain.
Right.
And it would have been 3rd and 5 instead of 3rd and 10.
Right.
So 30.9 seconds remaining here. The Crusaders on the Bedford 36-yard line trying to make something happen here, because otherwise the second half is going to be all runtime if they can't cut this 35-point lead down a little bit.
Right.
So spread offense here. 2 receivers to the right. Quick throw over to Noel. He tries to get some room, and he can't escape.
No.
Mumpini's tackle right there, and it's no gain. Caught right there at the 36-yard line. So that was a net 0 yards gain play there on that reception, and the officials they're actually going to give him a yard. They're going to move it up to the 35-yard line. So it's going to be 4th and 9 at the 35, 20 seconds to play, and obviously the Crusaders are going to go for it here. And they line up with 2 receivers to the right, 1 in the backfield. In the shotgun, Coburn, quick throw. It's completed, but it's short.
Zach Aaron.
It's too short.
Number 6, that was Solomon. Again, the Memorial player, the ex-Memorial player.
And the catch was by Calabro. Or actually, it was, Frankie Rodriguez with the reception. That got the ball to the 30. Worst spot now. I thought, they gave.
It's a Bedford ball.
Yeah, it's a Bedford ball at 31-yard line.
They got it. They gave him. That was kind of a generous spot. I didn't think he got that far.
No.
So
we're going to take it to 31.
It's Bedford's ball.
Yeah, it's Bedford's ball.
Bedford's ball.
Well, I mean, it looked like only about a 5-yard gain. So why are they spotting the ball on the 31? I'm not sure about that, but it is Bedford's ball with 3 seconds left to play.
I'm sure they're just going to knee it and going for their half, getting ready for the band.
Morgan takes the knee to end the half, and there you go.
Yeah. 5
touchdowns.
35-0, but I'll tell you, Memorial still sticks in there. They're still sticking in there.
So we're finally getting lined up here. Memorial's getting ready to kick the ball off.
Oh, we got to give special thanks also for John Trent bringing the microphone to the field so we can listen to the bands, right?
There's the kick, a line drive.
Who's got the ball? 17.
Number 17. He was one of the,
Ryan Donahue,
one of the
yeah,
upbacks. Donahue is able to return the ball pretty far. It's up to the 45-yard line, the Bedford 45, so a great drive start for the Bulldogs. Make that the 46-yard line.
So I'm wondering if Bedford's going to mix up the backfield a little bit.
I'm hoping we start seeing some of the reserve players coming in.
Yeah. Some of the young up-and-coming Bulldogs.
So Timothy Green splits out. Mumpini's still out there. So is Ryan Donahue. And you've got two players in the back. New quarterback in there, right? Number 10, Aaron Scaling.
Yeah.
In the shotgun.
Sophomore.
Flanked on both sides. And we have a false start.
Yeah.
Not a good start right there. Yet another penalty for the Bulldogs. That's going to move them back 5 yards.
Was it offsides?
No, it was a false start.
False start. Ah.
I guess the changing quarterback
30,
might have thrown some people off. Number 30.
Who's that? Eli?
That's
Eli
Menderson.
Menderson. So we're back at the 41-yard line.
And we're going to try that once again. Harrison Lagulon is in the backfield along with Eli.
Aaron Scaling, sophomore.
There's a handoff to Lagulon. He finds the seam up the middle.
There we go.
Picks up 10 yards.
At least.
Gets it all the way down into Crusader territory. They're up to the 48-yard line.
Took like 3 or 4 Memorial guys just to bring him down.
Would have been a first down if they hadn't had to go 15, so it's going to be 2nd down and 3. They line up fairly quickly, no huddle. In the shotgun with Ellie and Lagulon flanking Scaling on both sides. There's a handoff to Ellie. He finds the seam up the middle, and he's able to pick up the first down. Picks up about 4 yards right there. Gets it up to the 43-yard line in Crusader territory. 10 minutes remaining in the third quarter. The Bulldogs up 35-0, and we have an injured player down. That's number 45 for Memorial. And I don't have a 45 on my roster here.
James Austin. James Austin looks like a junior from Memorial.
Do you have a different roster than me?
I don't know, 45 you said, right?
Yeah, number 45.
James Austin.
Oh, why didn't I see that? I gotta get my eyes checked.
The lighting might be better over here.
So he's up and running. It looks like he's holding. He hurt his hand or his wrist on that play. So he comes off the field right now, and we're ready to start. Clock has stopped momentarily for injury. 9:55 remaining, and now the clock is rolling. Bedford taking advantage of the timeout there. Aaron Scaling going to the sideline. Talk to his offensive coaches.
So we get Jack Grogan and Eli in the backfield. Jack's another solid runner. Oh,
and there's the throw across to Mumpini. Nice timing play there. That's going to be good for about 6 or 7 yards to Mumpini. Down to the 38-yard line.
Yeah, Aaron Scaling, again, he's a sophomore quarterback.
And this is the kind of game that Coach Stank is going to take advantage of to give his younger players a little bit of playing time.
Yeah.
Morgan had a good day. So they're in the shotgun. 3 receivers out. There's going to be 2 on the right, and there's a handoff to Ellie.
That's a Jack Grogan.
Jack Grogan, I'm sorry. He's
another tough player, real tough.
Up the middle, gets it down to the 26-yard line. That's good for a first down.
Yeah. There's another guy that won't go down.
And Lagulon's back in. Grogan goes out. They get ready to line up here. Same formation. Donahue and Mumpini to the right. There's a snap. Scaling with the throw to Mumpini.
Geez, nice quick throw.
Yeah, no challenge there by Memorial. No. They kind of just held back and let him make the catch. So that picks up about 7 yards.
Almost a first down. About a yard to go. But another yard.
Down to the 20-yard line this time. It'll be second and 4.
All right. Geez, that was an interesting spot.
So Green is out to the to the left.
We'll get Lagulon in the backfield.
With Ellie. And handoff is to Lagulon. He's trying to sweep around, finds the seam. A lot of Crusaders hemming him in, but Lagulon tries to shift away and get an extra yard or two. He picks up another couple of yards, gets it down to about the 11 or 12 yard line. That gains 8, and that'll be a first down. 7:41 remaining. Bulldogs are marching for yet another score. Memorial not really putting up much of a fight right now against the Bulldog reserves. Now they move the Mumpini over to the left side. Still in the shotgun, Scaling. Hands it off to Ellie. He finds an opening up the middle, fighting for the end zone, and he's in. Yep. Touchdown, Menderson Ellie.
Yeah, again,
with the touchdown.
Did you see the line, the holes that he was blocking? They were huge.
So a 20-yard run by Ellie. Gives the Bulldogs their 6th touchdown on the day with 7:09 to play.
So Maddie's not in on the extra point. We got Bobotos.
Bobotos trying to get some time.
Junior, yeah.
Kicking here. The ball
again, the wind's in his face.
About to snap. It's up.
Yeah,
and
good.
Looks good from here, yeah. And it is. The officials confirm it for us. So 42-0 with 7:09 left to play. Bobotos with the extra point. Luke and Tony was a perfect 5 for 5, and now Bobotos picks up one himself.
Score 42-0.
This was somewhat expected. This game was a bit of a mismatch. We were hoping for a little closer contest, and as we said before, the scoring doesn't reflect what's been going on the field.
No.
Memorial definitely doing the most they can with their limited roster, and the Bulldogs kind of shooting themselves in the foot with some poor penalties here and there. Hasn't stopped them from scoring, of course, 6 touchdowns. But I'm sure Coach Stank is going to want to see a little tighter play with, when they play against Central next week. And the Central little green is up.
Right there. We got Maddie kicking.
Luke and Tony's going to be on the kickoff here. And she kicks it.
Nice kick.
High, but short.
Oh.
It's picked up on a bounce.
And he's down at the what?
That was Owen Stranson who picked up the ball. And he's able to gain about a yard or two. Gets the ball up to the 30-yard line. And the Crusaders will start to try to get something going here. With 6:51 left to play, we're in run time right now with the Bulldogs up 42-0 with about 6:45 remaining in the third quarter. So the Crusaders line up. Coburn is under center with one man back. Dropping back to pass, the throw. It's complete.
I'll tell you,
first down play right there. Number 22, Kyle Bukiniewicz, is able to pick up the first down right there on the 3. I'm sorry, Phil, go ahead.
Not many subs on the defense. Not many. I see Toscano still out there. I see a lot of the same players. So my hat's off to Memorial for making a first down right there.
So a 15-yard gain there from Bukiniewicz. Good start for the Crusaders here on this drive. They've got receivers split on each side, a heavy backfield. There's motion by Noel, but that play gets blown up. 55 for Bedford, number 55.
Bourgeois,
that is Andrew Twite.
Yeah.
Andrew Twite is there on the tackle. They were able to burst through the line.
Another tough nose play.
And blow up the play there. That was a little slow in developing there by the Crusaders. So big loss there, puts them back on their 40-yard line. It's going to be 2nd and 15 now.
Memorial needs to stay in the shotgun. They're not getting anywhere with that line.
Yeah, I think I also think they need plays to develop a little quicker. They can't afford to do these pitchbacks because the Bedford defenders are back there before they even get the pitch off to the running back.
The quick passes tend to help. Again, another pitch, and
Hartford's able to get up, but he barely gains a yard right there. Yeah. Giovanni Hartford with the catch.
The Bedford defense is just, they're too tough. They need that quick pass.
So now it's 3rd down, and it'll be 14, 4:48 remaining in the third quarter. with the Bulldogs up 42-0. We'll check some scores around the NHIAA when we get a moment here. Clock is ticking down as the players get to the line of scrimmage. Another tight formation. Just 2 receivers, and both are in tight, 3 in the backfield. There's motion. Coburn drops back. He's being rushed, throws the ball, and a beautiful catch. That was just a perfect throw right there to Bokaniewicz. Coburn had to place that ball. He had to drop it between 2 Bedford defenders. A beautiful catch. Unfortunately, not enough for a first down. They get up to the Bedford 49-yard line. They still have another 4 yards to go to get the first.
I would say with the score like this, they're going to have to go for it.
There's no point in punting the ball away right now.
They're going to have to.
Bedford's going to be able to score wherever they go, so you might as well just try to keep the ball.
It looks like they are going to. Does that look like a punt formation?
No.
No? No, there we go. All right.
Oh, fumble on the play.
Boy.
And just like that, tackled behind the line of scrimmage.
Bourgeois again, all over the quarterback.
It's Jack Jones, 24.
No, that's not Jack Jones. Bourgeois.
You're right. No, actually,
Jack Jones is a safety in the back.
Why do they both have 24 on the roster?
I'm not sure. But that's definitely not Jack Jones.
That's not my eyes.
No, that's no. You got they on the roster. They got the 224s, but.
So you know these players better than I do. So Bourgeois it is.
Yeah, Bourgeois is one tough guy.
So turnover on downs. Bedford has the ball now on the Memorial 49-yard line. But Scaling out there at quarterback. He started the second half replacing Thomas Morgan, who had a big day. I believe he had 2 touchdown passes. Scaling throws the ball out. Complete to Joe Leary.
Joe Leary, another tough up-and-coming player.
Gets the ball up to the 45-yard line. That's a gain of 4. It'll be 2nd down and 6. They're in the shotgun.
Jack Rogan in the backfield with Scaling.
2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left, and 1 in the backfield. As you said, Grogan is back there.
Yeah.
Scaling in the shotgun. Takes the snap, hands it off to Grogan. Grogan bursts up the middle.
There we go.
He's getting through, and he finally gets dragged down, but he
takes about 4 or 5 Memorial guys to get him down.
Picked up about 20 yards on the play. They're down to the 28-yard line of Memorial.
Jack Grogan's got one of the strongest benches on the team. He's a strong player.
1:45 to go here in the third. Bulldogs on the move, threatening to make it a 49-0 game. Right now it's 42. In the shotgun. Scaling takes it. Hands it off to Grogan once again. He's up the middle. They move the pile. He picks up about 7 yards right there. Gets it down to the 20-yard line. 8-yard gain. It'll be 2nd down and 2. The Bulldogs look to the sideline. Scaling gets the play from the coaches.
What do we got? 2nd and 2?
Yep. Split receivers, 2 on each side. Grogan in the backfield.
Score still 42-0.
Scaling is in the shotgun. Calls out the signals, hands it off to Grogan once again. He finds another hole, gets the first down.
There we go. Again, it's a pile of guys to get him down.
And they move the ball up to the 11-yard line, which is enough for a first down.
A few Memorial players are slowly getting up.
And the clock here at the scoreboard is going haywire. It says we have 35 minutes to play. I hope that's not the case.
Right. It's moving right along.
I think it's that the seconds. I think the seconds are ticking down. 25, 24. I don't think I've ever seen a clock do that, though.
No.
Double decimal points. We're down to 18, 17. I wonder if we'll get a playoff here. Bedford stands up for a moment. The officials are talking something over. I guess they stopped the clock momentarily while the officials work things out. So we're at 18.9 seconds remaining here in the third. And we go again. 2 receivers on each side, 1 in the backfield. The handoff to Grogan.
Ooh.
No, actually at the keeper. No, it's Grogan.
Yeah, it was Grogan.
Grogan only gets about a yard on that play up to the 10-yard line, and the clock ticks down, and we are over
into the fourth quarter.
In the fourth quarter, just one score to report in this quarter of play, and that was Ellie with a 20-yard run to make it 42-0 Bobotis with the extra point for Bedford. So that went by quickly with run time, and we're going to go into the fourth quarter with another run time. Situation should be over fairly quickly. Looking at some scores around the NHIAA, Pinkerton adding another score. It's now 28-7 with about 11 minutes left in that game. Still 20-0. The Winnicott Warriors over Dover. Quick Division II score, just because I have it here. Hanover up on Pembroke, 36-7. And Portsmouth ahead of Spalding, 28-7 after 3. A tight one in Division II. Milford up 28-27 over St. Thomas. Great contest there in Division II.
Chris loves that one.
Yes, he does.
And here's a big swing. Central was up 13-10. North now takes the lead in Nashua, 20-13 with 7:50 remaining in the third. That's a big
upset. That is a big upset.
That is a big swing of momentum there. We are ready to start the fourth quarter here on the 10-yard line at 2nd and 8. 4 receivers out there, 2 on each side, but Grogan takes the handoff, and he gets hauled down at the 6-yard line. So we're going to be 3rd and about 4 yards for the first down. So it's not quite a goal to go yet. The Bulldogs can get a first down if they get it down to the 2-yard line. So they quickly come up to the line. Same formation, 4 receivers out there, but just Grogan in the backfield. We'll see if Grogan gets the ball again. There's a handoff. And this time Scaling keeps it and walks into the end zone for a touchdown. Run. Nice fake there.
Nice run. He's quick. Yeah.
So a 6-yard touchdown run by Scaling. And with the extra point, Bulldogs will be up 49-0. And Bobotis is out there for the extra point. Luke and Tony and Bobotis have switched off their duties. Bobotis was the kickoff kicker today. And now he's doing the field goals, doing the extra points, I should say. And that's a great kick.
Yeah.
Lots of leg and splits the uprights.
Bobotis doing a great job.
So Bedford perfect, whether it's Bobotis or Luke and Tony making the extra points. They're perfect, 7 for 7. And it's 49-0 game here with 11:18 remaining in the fourth quarter.
Looks like Bedford's getting their kickoff team ready.
You think we'll see some backups, some of the bench players on the defense this time?
That's what I've been waiting for. There's been a couple here and there, but not a lot. Quick
reminder that the Bulldogs volleyball team, they're 5-1 now.
Wow.
They picked up a 25-10 win in game number 4, so they beat Nashua North 3-1 in their set. So they're having a terrific season so far.
Geez, nice boot by Maddie.
Luke and Tony gets it all the way down to the 10-yard line, picked up there. And on the run back, all the way up to the 25-yard line.
Looks like Steve Watson was in on the tackle, number 15 on that one.
And getting a number on the Memorial player, that was number, is that 85? Yeah, Tyler Maris, or Marois. M-A-R-O-I-S. I'm going to guess it's either Maris or Marois. So they're on the 26-yard line, trying to make something happen here in this game, trying not to get shut out.
Yeah, that's Jack Jones, number 23. See him in the backfield on the defense? They have him listed here as 24.
So close formation with Coburn under center. There's a quick handoff.
Oh.
So Hartford gets a nice jump out there, picks up
Looks
9
like
yards.
Michael Axton there on the tackle. They got him in.
So we're finally seeing some of the backup players on the defense. Give them a little playing time. So it's going to be an 8-yard pickup for Giovanni Hartford. 2nd down and 2 from the 33 or 34-yard line.
What do we got? Jack and Michael and his linebackers.
Another handoff up the middle. I think it goes to Hartford once again. He picks up 4. 1st down for Memorial. 9:43 remaining in the game. They're up to the 38-yard line.
Tyler Spires in on that tackle. Outside linebacker, left outside linebacker. Yeah, so they're starting to sub some kids in finally.
And Memorial comes up. They have 2 receivers split, 3 in the backfield. Let's see if there's a motion.
We got
drop back to pass. The throw. And that sails over everybody's head. That was intended for Kyle Bokaniewicz.
Jack in on the almost got in on the tackle. Did you see that? Almost went in on the quarterback. He had the blitz going.
They do the motion where they had number 21, Eric Johnston, swing over and provide a little extra blocking in the backfield there for Coburn.
So what do we got? We got 2nd and 10.
Second and 10 at the 38-yard line. Same formation, tight. Everybody's in tight.
Looks like
3 in the
Jack's
backfield. And it looks like Coburn decides to take it himself. He picks up 6 yards right there, brings it up to the 43-yard line.
It was 98. Scott Landis. Nice tackle by Scott Landis. Another junior.
8:20 to go in the game. 49-0. But Bulldogs are up. Memorial is making some headway here against some of the second stringers on the Bedford defense.
One of those quick passes I think would work for Memorial right now. But they got some stud defensive backs also. So I don't know what's going to happen here.
Well, they're the same tight formation. Everybody's in tight, 3 in the backfield.
Right. They got to mix it up. If they want to score, they're gonna have to think outside the box. There we go.
And another kind of sleight of hand there. Noel with the ball, able to go around
35,
the
pushing
end.
him out of bounds.
Picks up about 15 yards there. Gets it down to the Bedford 45-yard line.
Yeah, that was a good little run.
That was Tyreek Noel carrying the ball, doing a good job there. And it was actually, he escaped a tackler in the backfield there. Bedford, again, was in tight. And Noel made a nifty move to avoid that tackle and pick up 15 yards in the process. So it's 1st down, 7:14 left to play, still in that tight formation. Coburn under center with 3 in the backfield. Noel with motion, hands it off to Hartford. He gets held up, but they're going to give him 1 yard on the play. They got him to the 44-yard line.
Who was that? 62 on the tackle. Big lineman. Who was that? Drake Tompkinson. Up and coming junior. Tackle, defensive tackle. He had him all by himself.
2nd and 9 with the ball on the Bedford 44-yard line. 6:40 to play. We're in run time right now with the score 49-0 Bedford. Keep running out of the same formation. Everybody in tight, 3 in the backfield. Motion there by Noel.
Whoa.
And the
Michael
pitch
Axton,
gets blown up there.
Michael Axton in on the to disrupt that pitch. Did you see that?
And a fumble recovery there by number 35 for Bedford.
Who is that guy, number 21?
Yeah, I heard he's pretty good. Zachary Strobel.
He just upset that play.
Zachary Strobel was the one who picked up the loose ball for Bedford. But like Phil said, his son Michael was able to disrupt that pitch out. Coburn pitches the ball, and Mike was there, and Strobel with the fumble recovery ends the drive for the Crusaders. So Bedford has the ball back now on their own 45-yard line. Clock is rolling, 5:52 to go, with a 49-0 lead. We'll see if they're going to try to add some more to this.
Oh, they'll add some more. We got Eli in the backfield, looks like.
And there's a
little pass.
A drop pass. That was a throw.
That was too bad.
To number 18.
Zikawa.
He's a
sophomore.
Alexander Zikwa.
Yeah.
couldn't hang on to the ball there, so it's incomplete pass, second and 10 at the 45.
Yeah. Yeah.
So Sikwa is out wide. They have two receivers to the other side. They're really starting to give the bench players some time here.
Yeah. We got Andrew Soden on this side, another up-and-coming player.
Scaling is
who's 14.
Hands it off to number 14. He
Ethan
gets dropped for a 5-yard loss.
Ethan Van Heerden.
Yep. Wasn't able to get away from the Memorial defender. Made a nice cackle there.
Someone came in through the line.
We're under 5 minutes to go right now.
He was trucking. Ethan was trucking.
So now 3rd and 15. Bedford going backwards on this drive. They've got two receivers.
I'd say it's about time to air it out.
To the right.
Something long.
One to the left.
We want the long ball now. Here we go. Here
Scaling is back to pass. Makes the throw over to Ellie.
Flag on the play.
Ellie finds some room and gets it all the way to the 45-yard line of Memorial. That's good for a first down unless this penalty flag is against Bedford.
Yeah. It's something in the backfield.
And they're going to waive the penalty off, so it looks like it's going to count. And Ellie appears to be down.
Yeah. He must have twisted an ankle or something.
So the clock is stopped for the injury. 4:22 to go. Bedford picking up the first down on a nifty short pass over the middle from Scaling to Ellie. And he was able to pick up the first down, but now he's down on the ground.
It's interesting how well all the players fail.
Yeah, that's a lot of respect right there.
I think they do it.
That's good.
I think that's an NHIAA requirement.
Yeah.
Every team does it.
Oh, yeah.
So the officials are waiting for Ellie to recover. They're checking his knee. And Ellie's kind of holding on to his helmet.
So what do we got?
Sure
We got 49-0,
right now.
4:22 left in the game.
So they're taking their time to make sure that he's healthy enough to get up, and he does, but he's not putting any weight on his right leg. Kind of walking. He is able to walk, but rather gingerly. He's not being helped off. Now they do. Now his teammates come over to help him off the field. He's kind of hopping on one leg.
So we got 49-0.
Twisted his knee up a little bit there. So we hope he's okay.
4 minutes left. 4:22 in the game.
Clock is starting to run now. 4:19.
Yeah.
And Bedford comes to the line of scrimmage now at the 44-yard line of the Crusaders. Shotgun formation. Receivers on two on both sides with one back. Scaling with the pass up to
Joey Leary.
34.
He's
O'Leary
another
with the
tough
catch.
player. Another
he gets
tough
up
player.
to the 7. He makes a 7-yard gain right there, brings the ball up to the 37-yard line. Well, we'll have 2nd down and 3 for the Bulldogs. Clock ticking, 3:51.
Who do we have in the backfield, Harry? Who do we got running out there?
Got to check.
I can't see the number.
I can't see him because he's looking.
Looks like
standing
21.
sideways
Looks like
to
21 to me.
If you say so, Phil. And there he goes,
got
Michael
the ball.
Axton with the ball.
There we
and
go,
he's off
and it
to
looks
the
like a
races.
touchdown. All right, Michael Axton.
Proud Papa sees his boy put ball in the end zone. Beautiful
Jeez,
run there,
you break
37-yard carry.
You break 3 tackles and you get in the end zone. That's a job well done.
It was worth the price of admission, huh, Phil?
As Bill would say, shifty. He's very shifty.
Well, he certainly showed his moves on that play.
Yeah, he's quick though too. I mean, he is quick.
And they opened a nice hole for him too, I got to say.
Well, he fought for that hole. Yeah, he did. He better thank the whole lineman when he gets back.
Now Bobotis with the extra point, and it's good. And just like that, is it 56-0. Bedford is in control, to say the least, with 3:26 left to play.
I know.
Quick check of some other scores,
like to see him in more.
Let's see what we got coming in.
All right, so what do we got? 55-0.
It is now 34-7 with 5:35 left to play. That's the Astros over the Londonderry Lancers in Londonderry. 34-7, Pinkerton up there.
56. Oh, I'm sorry. 56.
It's okay. You're still basking in the glow.
Yes,
Shout out to Michael.
Who is that kid? I want to know who number 21 was.
We got an update on the Exeter game. That was a 3-0 game until recently. 1:44 left in that game. The Wyndham Jaguars come back to take a 10-6 lead.
Geez, another good boot. I think
Luke and Tony with the kickoff there. That's picked up by Tyler
nice tackle. Who's
Marois.
32.
And he returns it a few yards, gets it up to the 24-yard line where
Jack Rogan. No, that's not
they'll
Jack
pick
Rogan.
up, the Crusaders will pick up the play there with about 3 minutes to go and clock running. This could be the last series we will see.
Yep.
So as I mentioned earlier, Wyndham has come back to take a 10-6 lead over Exeter.
Wow, that's an upset.
Exeter won 10-6.
Exeter won.
That's the final?
Exeter beat Wyndham?
I just got it from Rick Sawyer.
All right.
Oh, okay. He's at the game. He's a big Exeter fan.
All right.
Well, he lives at Exeter, yeah.
Yeah, I would imagine.
Wyndham has a good program. They definitely have a good program down there.
Winnicott also with a win 20-10 over Dover. That's the final. And Merrimack with a 14-0 win over Nashua South. That's the final as well.
Timeout. It looks like
Timeout or
Memorial.
penalty? Oh, timeout.
Timeout or
Really?
Memorial.
Really? Timeout. Down 56-0 with 2:25 left to play. All right.
They got to score.
Let the
wanna
moment
score.
linger a little longer.
Harry, I hope you're going to come and watch some of our ski team in action this year.
I'll try to do that. You know, when I covered high school sports for the Union Leader, I used to trudge up the mountain
Oh, did you?
and catch them in action as they went by one of the gates.
Oh, wow. Wow.
And let me tell you, some of those days are awfully cold, awfully cold. But I got some great pictures.
Oh, that's nice. That's nice.
You know, you do what you can to get the money shot.
We won the states last year, the girls. The boys came in second overall. Do you ski, Harry?
I haven't skied in a while. My knees can't take it. But yeah,
about-
there was a time when I was actually, when I was a young lad, used to work in upstate New York. I worked at a radio station in Utica, and one of the privileges, you get free passes at the local ski areas, and I
nice.
was a member of the media ski team.
Nice.
And we came in third place in the Central New York Media Challenge.
Ah, that's
But
great.
that was back in 1980. And a run up the middle right there.
Who made that tackle? I can't see who made the tackle.
That was 65 for Bedford. That was Brett Craveling.
Brett Craven, another sophomore.
So
Another
about a
sophomore.
1 yard gain there for Memorial.
Yeah.
I'm talking to Rick.
I don't know what the big timeout was. What?
Violated my own rule.
Minute 56. We got 56 on the board.
We actually have a new quarterback in there, Colin LaFleur.
All right.
No, I'm sorry, that's 19. He
Oh.
is, and a sack right there.
21 and 70.
That was Zach Sates. I'm sorry, Zach Sates is the quarterback, number 19. He gets sacked and dropped for a big loss.
Michael
All the way-
Kobicki and Michael Axton on the tackle.
All the way down to the 17-yard line. So it's going to be third and about 17 to go. And I don't know why the clock is stopped. Is that just
No, there it goes.
it's kind of a funky clock. It gets stuck.
right.
So really it's running. We're down to 119.
Right. 56 to nothing. I would just have everybody go long. Just go
Yeah,
deep.
at this point they can just let the clock run out, even if
yeah.
they don't get a first down here. I think they just
What
one
do
more
we-
play
yeah,
and they'll be able to just kind of
Yeah.
walk off the field after this
I
snap.
would. Yeah.
So Sates takes the snap, rolls out, tries to make something happen. He drops back, gives himself some room, finally lets the ball go, but it just sails out of bounds.
And that's it. I
And
would
that is
say.
it with 47 seconds to go. There'll probably be a punt.
38 seconds. That's about I would say that's the game. I mean,
Well, they're going to have to make they're going to have to make a play. I think they have to make a play within 40 seconds. So
right.
not enough time off the clock to let her run out. So they're going to have to punt here. Christian Murphy back at his goal line to finally end this game with the Bulldogs taking it 56-0. 12 seconds, 10, 11. Well, 11, 10, 9, 8. We'll see if they're going to let the run the clock. I think the officials might let them slide here on the too much time.
That's it.
And yeah, the game is over. So a little mercy call there by the officials, not
That was a
calling
good
delay
call.
a game.
Right. No, that was good.
Nothing to be gained from that.
No.
So there's your final. Bulldogs with a 56-0 win over Memorial. And that's going to do it from here.
Hey, Harry, thank you for having me out here today.
Phil, it was great having you here,
great.
too. You did a terrific job, and we hope to have you out here again. Next week, though, huge game against the Little Green of Central. Anyway, we're going to say goodbye from here from Shabbat McDonough Field. On behalf of Phil, Bill Jennings, Chris Gentry, I'm Harry Kozlowski. Thank you for listening and tuning in. 56-0, Bedford with the win here. You're listening to Bedford High Sports on BCTV 23 and Bedford 105.1.